Aspire to a clean career, leaving no shame for descendants. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Encountering Chinese Case Stories. Cases judged by Bao Gong. Today, I'm going to bring you a story called Stone Lion. In the jurisdiction of Dengzhou, there was a place called Stone Town, densely populated with houses mostly built along the riverbank. The town harbored many villains, with only a few kind-hearted souls. Among them was an elderly man named Shui, known for his generosity and gentle demeanor, living in the eastern part of the town. His wife, Zhang, was also mild-mannered and thrifty. Together, they had a son named Shui Qing, who, at 18, was clever and witty, cherished by his parents like a treasure. One day, an old monk arrived at Shui's house, claiming to be a wandering monk from Mount Wutai. Hearing of Shui's reputation for generosity, the monk came to request a meal. Shui warmly welcomed him, ushering him into the hall and bowing respectfully, saying, "You've come from afar, and I failed to greet you at the door. Please forgive my rudeness." The monk hurriedly helped him up, saying, "It's my fault for not informing you of my visit." Delighted, Shui ordered a sumptuous meal for the monk and asked about his origins. The monk replied, "I've wandered here and have something to tell you." Shui gestured to inquire, "Whether you seek wealth or food, I'll provide for you." The monk said, "Mr. Shui, seeing your kindness, I know you're a good man. I've come not for wealth or food but to warn you. Please prepare a boat, a flood is imminent, and a great disaster will befall this place. With a boat, you and your family can survive. That's why I've come." Shui nodded in agreement and asked, "When will this flood occur?" The monk answered, "When you see blood flowing from the eyes of the stone lion under the Baoji Fong in the East Street, immediately board the boat." Shui agreed and inquired further, "Should I inform the townsfolk about this great calamity?" The monk advised, "The people in your town are wicked. Even if you tell them, they won't believe it. Even if you escape this disaster, hardship will still find you." Shui asked, "Will this hardship be life-threatening?" The monk replied, "It may not be fatal. Give me paper and pen, I'll write a few words for you to remember." He wrote, "The heavens decree that a flood is imminent. Aiding animals will bring rewards. Ignore pleas for help from humans, lest gratitude turn to resentment, leading to imprisonment." Shui looked at the note but couldn't grasp its meaning. The monk said, "You'll understand when the time comes." With the meal finished, Shui offered 10 taels of silver to the monk, who declined, saying, "I'm just a wandering monk, this money is of no use to me." With that, the monk bid farewell and left without accepting anything. Shui told his wife about this strange encounter and, following the monk's instructions, immediately instructed craftsmen to build a dozen large boats by the river. When asked about the reason, Shui said a flood was imminent, and the boats were for escaping the disaster. Hearing this, the people laughed uproariously. Unfazed by their mockery, Chui persisted in sending an old servant to the East Street daily to check if blood was flowing from the stone lion's eyes. The frequent visits aroused the curiosity of two butchers, who inquired about the reason. The servant confessed that it was to prevent flooding. Hearing this, the butchers mocked. There are still such foolish people in the world. With the current dry weather, how could there be a flood? And how could blood flow from the stone lion's eyes? Ridiculous. One of them suggested playing a trick on Chui by smearing pig's blood on the lion's eyes the next day, which they did. The following day, the butchers slaughtered a pig and smeared its blood on the lion's eyes. The servant, upon seeing it, hurriedly reported back. Chui immediately ordered his family to prepare provisions and board the boats. However, at that time, the sky was sunny and extremely hot. Nevertheless, when Chui and his family boarded the boat, around dusk, dark clouds gathered in the sky, and torrential rain poured down. The rain continued for 3 days and nights, flooding Stone Town, washing away people's houses, and causing over 20,000 deaths. It turned out that the townsfolk's deep-seated sins led to this calamity, and only Chui and his wife were saved for their kindness. That day, Chui's dozen boats drifted to the river mouth. Suddenly, a landslide occurred, and a black monkey struggled in the water. Chui instructed his servants to lift it onto the boat, saving it from drowning. As the boat sailed on, a large tree drifted towards them, with a crow's nest containing several fledglings unable to fly. Chui ordered his servants to support the nest with a plank until the fledglings could take flight. As the boat reached the river mouth, they saw a person being swept by the rapids, shouting for help. Chui ordered his men to rescue him onto the boat, but his wife, Gong, reminded him. "Don't you remember the monk's instructions?" Chui replied. "Even animals deserve rescue, let alone humans." He instructed his men to pull the man onto the boat and generously gave him clothing. After the rain ceased and the flood receded, Chui instructed his servants to return to town and assess the situation. They found that although the floodwaters had subsided, Stone Town had turned into sand dunes. Only Chui's house, though damaged, remained standing. The servants detailed everything they saw to Chui, who then ordered workers to repair the house and returned home with his family. The townsfolk gradually returned, but few survived the disaster. Chui asked the man he had saved if he wanted to go home. The man cried, "I am Liu Ying, the son of Lu, who works as a butcher under Bao Jifang. My house was washed away, and my parents' fate is unknown. Please let me stay with you. I'm willing to work for you to repay your kindness." Chui gently said, "Since you're willing to stay, you shall be my adopted son." Liu Ying thanked him again. Time flew by, and before they knew it, Chui had been living at home for half a year. At this time, Empress Zhang of the eastern capital lost a jade seal, and its whereabouts were unknown. Emperor Renzong issued a proclamation, promising an official position to anyone who could find the jade seal. One night, Chui dreamed of a divine figure who told him, The jade seal lost by Empress Gong is in the octagonal glass well in the palace's rear garden. Heaven knows you are a good person, so it sent me to tell you. Quickly send your son to report. He will receive an official position. After waking up, Chui told his wife about the dream. Just then, a servant reported that a proclamation had been posted at the Dengzhou government office, exactly matching Chui's dream. Chui was overjoyed and prepared to send his son, Cui Qing, to handle the matter in the capital. His wife, Zhang, said, "He's our only son. I can't bear to let him go to the capital. Wealth and poverty are predestined. Besides, it's just a dream of yours, not necessarily true." Liu Ying, upon learning of this, said to his foster parents, "I haven't repaid your kindness. Since you saw a divine figure in your dream, why not let me go instead of my brother? If everything is true, and the emperor gives me an official position, I'll give it to my brother." Chui was delighted and immediately prepared funds for Liu Ying to handle the matter. The next day, Liu Ying bid farewell to Chui, who repeatedly reminded him, "If there's truly good fortune, don't forget your original intention." Liu Ying departed, heading for the capital. A day later, he arrived in the capital and checked the proclamation outside the palace gate, where he was apprehended by the guards and reported to Prime Minister Wang. Liu Ying then revealed his identity and the location of the jade seal to Prime Minister Wang, who immediately ordered the guards to escort Liu Ying to the guest house to wait. The next day, Prime Minister Wang reported everything to Emperor Renzong, who summoned the palace concubines and inquired about the matter. Empress Zhang recalled that during the recent Mid-Autumn festival, she had been with her palace maids near the octagonal glass well, admiring the moon. In her playful excitement, she reached out and accidentally dropped her jade seal into the well. Upon hearing this, Emperor Renzong ordered the eunuchs to inspect the well, and sure enough, the jade seal was found. Delighted, Emperor Renzong summoned Liu Ying to the court and asked how he knew the whereabouts of the jade seal. Liu Ying didn't hide the truth and said he learned it in a dream. Renzong said, "It seems your family must be a noble one." He then issued a decree, appointing Liu Ying as the emperor's son-in-law and marrying him to the second daughter of the empress's side consort, Lady Huang. After expressing his gratitude, Liu Ying was overjoyed. A few days later, the imperial family established a mansion for Liu Ying, and in no time, he became wealthy and noble. However, at this time, he gradually forgot his agreement with Chui. Back at Chui's home, after nearly 2 months without news from Liu Ying, Chui was extremely worried. Suddenly, someone arrived from the capital, claiming to have heard that Liu Ying had been appointed as the emperor's son-in-law, holding a prominent position. Chui instructed his young servant and Cui Qing to go to the capital together. Cui Qing bid farewell to his parents and departed for the capital. A day later, the two arrived in the capital and rested at an inn. The next morning, Cui Qing set out to find the emperor's son-in-law's mansion, only to hear someone shouting, "The emperor's son-in-law is coming!" Cui Qing stood aside, waiting for the emperor's son-in-law to pass, and indeed, Liu Ying rode by on a horse. Cui Qing deliberately approached to recognize him, but Liu Ying, upon seeing Cui Qing, angrily shouted. "Who dares to block my horse's path?" He then ordered the soldiers to arrest Cui Qin, who hadn't had a chance to explain, and was taken to the emperor's son-in-law's mansion, where he was given 30 military beatings. Poor Cui Qin, beaten until his skin split and blood flowed from his legs, was then imprisoned. At this time, the young servant, learning of his master's misfortune, wanted to visit but couldn't enter the prison. Cui Qin, imprisoned, poured out his grievances to the jailer, who, feeling pity, wasn't overly harsh. Cui Qin, accustomed to a wealthy lifestyle where meat was a daily indulgence, found no such provision in the prison. As he was about to eat, a monkey suddenly climbed in through the wall, offering him a piece of cooked mutton. Cui Qin remembered it resembled the monkey his father had rescued during the flood, so he accepted the food. Days passed, and the monkey continued to bring him food. Witnessing this, the jailer, understanding the situation, remarked, "Even animals repay kindness to others, yet humans often fall short." Thus, the jailer allowed the monkey free access. One day, over a dozen crows gathered outside the wall, incessantly cawing. Cui Qin, feeling intrigued, speculated that perhaps these birds had also received his father's kindness. He said to the crows, "If you have pity on me, please deliver a letter to my father." Seemingly understanding, the crows flew towards him. Cui Qin borrowed paper and pen from the jailer, wrote a letter, tied it to the crows' legs, and let them fly away. Within days, the letter reached Cui. At that moment, Cui and Zhang were discussing their son's absence when the crows arrived. Astonished, Cui untied the letter from the crow's leg and confirmed it was from Cui Qin, detailing his suffering in prison. After reading the letter, Cui was overwhelmed with grief. Zhang, upon learning the reason, sadly remarked, "I warned you not to take in Liu Ying. He now repays kindness with betrayal, causing my son to suffer in prison. How could he do such a thing?" Cui sighed. "I also thought even animals understood kindness. Who could have imagined he would betray us like this? I must personally investigate the truth," Zhang urged. "Since our son suffers, go to the capital immediately." The next day, Cui prepared his belongings, bid farewell to his wife, and headed to the capital. Several days later, he arrived and settled in a shop. The next morning, he saw his young servant, dressed in rags, begging on the street. Upon seeing Cui, the servant ran into his arms, weeping bitterly, recounting his misfortune. Cui, unwilling to believe his words, decided to visit Liu Ying at the emperor's son-in-law's mansion. However, the servant clung to him, fearing he might suffer the same fate at Liu Ying's hands. Suddenly, someone announced Liu Ying's arrival, and the crowd dispersed. Cui waited aside until Liu Ying approached. Cui called out, "Liu Ying, my son. Now that you're wealthy, how could you forget about me?" Liu Ying glanced at Cui, ignoring him completely. Unwilling to give up, Cui followed Liu Ying, but upon entering the mansion, the gates were shut tight, barring his entry. Enraged, Cui exclaimed, "He may not recognize me as his foster father, but to think he would imprison my son. Helpless, Chui decided to appeal to the prefect of Kaifeng. Coincidentally, he was told Bao Gong would return to the prefecture soon, so Chui knelt outside the prefectural office, awaiting him. Bao Gong, seeing him, brought him inside for interrogation. Chui tearfully recounted the events, and Bao Gong instructed him to wait in the Yamen courtyard while sending officers to summon the jailer. When the jailer arrived, Bao Gong asked, "Is there a person named Chui Qing in the prison?" The jailer replied, "He was imprisoned several months ago, and his condition is extremely poor due to inadequate food and drink." Bao Gong ordered the release of Chui Qing. The next day, Bao Gong invited Liu Ying to his residence for a banquet. Upon arrival, Liu Ying was ushered into the back hall, where Bao Gong instructed the guards to close the gates, allowing no one else to enter. As they drank, Bao Gong angrily remarked, "Why is there no more wine?" The kitchen reported, "The wine in the residence has been consumed." Bao Gong smiled and said, "Since there's no wine, bring water instead." The guards brought a bucket of water, and Bao Gong instructed them to pour a bowl for Liu Ying, saying, "Emperor's son-in-law, please drink this water." Mistaking it for disrespect, Liu Ying angrily retorted, "Bao Gong, how dare you insult me like this? What official would drink water instead of wine?" Bao Gong coldly replied, "Don't be angry. All the officials wanted to toast you, but I declined. Previously, you could drink the water of the river. Can't you handle a bowl now?" Liu Ying's heart froze at the implication. At that moment, Chui approached, berating Liu Ying, "You unfaithful scoundrel! You deceived me before, and now you've imprisoned my son. How could you do such a thing?" In response, Bao Gong ordered Liu Ying's arrest, stripping him of his rank, beating him with 40 strokes, and then sending him to prison with heavy chains. The next day, Bao Gong reported the matter to Emperor Renzong, who praised Chui's righteousness and decreed Liu Ying's execution. Chui Qing was appointed as the captain of Wucheng County and immediately dispatched. Due to Chui's exemplary conduct, officials erected a monument in his honor, showcasing his noble character to the people. Following the emperor's decree, Bao Gong released Chui Qing, bestowed him with an official hat, issued his appointment, and Chui accompanied his son. Meanwhile, Liu Ying was on his way to the execution ground. Alright. Today's case story, Stone Lion, concludes here. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments and share with others. See you again in the next issue.